Alexander, you know exactly what I expect. I need you to fight hard, please fight clean. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch, now's the time. God bless.
Here it is, the main event of the evening from the iconic Ericsson Globe Arena in Stockholm, Sweden. It features their biggest fighting star, that man, Alexander Gustafsson. This one for a top-of-the-tree contest in the UFC's marquee light heavyweight division. Look at the snarl of Anthony Smith. We're scheduled for 5 fives, as if you needed reminding. Black shorts for Gustafsson, blue for Smith.
Lateral movement straight away from Gustafsson, exactly what we expected, but Anthony Smith's edging forward, taking control of the centre. He knows he's going to have to chase Gustafsson in this fight.
Smith spoke about corralling Gustafsson into his space so that he can uncork one of those big hands of his. Gustafsson told me when I visited him right here in Stockholm that movement is going to be key to this, stick and move. They are not scared of seeing the judges' scorecard.
For such a big guy, Gustafsson's so light on his feet.
Well. He moves so well. It's like a featherweight, like you said earlier in the week, Paul. So light, so agile, able to change his direction so well as well.
In one of the interviews I did with Gustafsson, he said to me when I prompted about how we would like to finish this, he said Glover style, 3 uppercuts and a right hand. Whether it's true or not, it's just poetic the way that he delivered the line. Because it was right here in this arena that he put on one of the best performances that we've ever seen from him.
Big overhand from Smith, testing the guard of Gustafsson.
Beautiful check there.
Really nice check.
And that right there, from the first leg kick that you throw, that will really put a stop to somebody throwing a lot of them. As soon as you throw that big leg kick and it gets checked like that, man, that'll...
Interestingly, Anthony Smith talked about the oblique kicks and the front kicks being 2 techniques that he really struggled with against Jones. It's interesting, Gustafsson starting with that. His shin's already bleeding from checking that kick.
Smith came into this octagon saying that he wanted to be his most authentic self. He wanted to cause a storm of chaos. Only time will tell if he can bring that heavy weather into the octagon tonight.
Smith looks very comfortable, and interestingly, he's staring right into the chest of Gustafsson. He's not looking him in the eyes like he normally does. Looking him right in the chest, following his movement. Oh,
nice little angle change, left hand.
Straight across his centre line with a winging left hand.
Fourth headlining spot for Anthony Smith since he moved up to 205 pounds. Like a reincarnation.
I would love to put a pedometer on both of these fighters just to see how much distance is covered.
Well, Gustafsson did 10k just before the bell rang. He was pacing in his corner.
He might well do another 10k during this fight.
Especially if it was to go like 25 minutes, right? I'd be curious too, especially for Alex, to see how much distance he covers with his footwork.
And he's not someone that does a lot of running, just looking at the trickle of blood now down the leg. Last time I saw something like that was Mark Hunt.
Yeah, that's happened to him a couple times, actually. Anthony just stalking him right now.
Yeah, he's waiting for Gustafsson to show him his game.
And Gus is waiting for the same thing. He's waiting for Anthony to overcommit so he can use his counters.
The smart thing for Gustafsson to do would be just to cruise through this first round, knowing full well you've got 4 more rounds to work. Don't overexpose yourself, exactly. It is worth noting that loss of blood through the leg could be a detriment over the distance.
Yeah, because that happened right away. That was, that was maybe a minute or 2 into the fight.
Nice work there from Gustafsson. We always see flashes of really good boxing from his amateur days, and then that has been reinforced by Andreas Michael, who is a former Sweden Olympic national boxing team coach.
Some redness around the right eye, the right cheekbone of Gustafsson. I wonder if a left hook caught him. Front kick from Anthony Smith. Gustafsson fries with a jab.
He's starting to use it a little more towards the end of this round, too. I think he's putting those feelers out to kind of bait Anthony Smith into overcommitting a little more.
I'm liking these angles that Anthony Smith's coming at as well.
Yeah, he's trying to cut him off as opposed to just chasing him the whole time.
Gustafsson's got to be one of the most difficult guys to shut down inside that octagon, especially when you consider he's 6'5". Very hard to find him.
And constantly moving as well. I mean, you've got to be careful at any point when you're moving towards him that you don't get speared with something.
Oh, big left hand. That's got Smith troubled there. He's got a problem with his right eye. Last few seconds in its opening round. We're going to follow Gustafsson back to his corner and see how they tend to that leg.
Give him a bit of room. Okay.
All right.
Give me a little bit more the jab, okay?
Okay.
Ner med hakan lite, okay?
with your chin.
Han kommer med overhand.
He's gonna come with the overhand.
Han kommer med overhand. Höj det med benet.
How's your leg?
Bra.
It's good.
Jättebra jobbat.
Really good work.
Okej. Blanda ihop det nu. Fint att du ska få ner tagning.
You need to mix it up.
Jag vill ha lite med din bakre hand nu, okej?
All right, your
Var lite
backhand.
försiktig.
Be
Lite
careful.
med din bakre hand.
A little bit more of your
De
backhand.
low push kicks, de är jättefina.
And continue with your lower
Akta så han
push
inte
kicks.
kontrar dem eller timar dem.
And
okej?
watch out for his
With the jab, we'll set stuff up. Your south side check working. Listen. There's a hook.
Spear 7's open because he's fighting on the left.
Top Spear 7 and Ninja. Spear 7 and Ninja. Okay?
So we can see here Anthony Smith stalking Gustafsson, throws a low kick and Gustafsson checks it. You can see the damage to the chin of Anthony Smith, as well as Gustafsson. Both guys taking some damage there.
Round number 2. This light heavyweight fixture. Gustafsson might have just lost his mouthpiece. Gum shield, if you like it that way, Felder.
Thank you. I like it better that way. Thank you.
Oh, he went searching with that one. Mixed fortunes tonight for the All-Stars team. But their leader, their captain, Alexander Gustafsson, is the man in the middle right now, fighting in front of his home fans as well.
So difficult to get a read on Gustafsson. It never holds still. He's always moving. And never overcommits to anything either, so you can't even plan to catch it with a counter.
Oh, it's so hard to get a read on and get a hold of.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like a magician. He was there and then he was gone.
He's got to be careful doing too much of that. Now he's stopping and looking at his actual corner. See a little bit of frustration happening here.
Well, that is interesting because everything this week was about not having game plans and instincts.
I think he just got a little too overzealous there and threw a power punch that was not set up. Gustafsson was able to roll out to safety, and you saw the laugh, the smile on Smith's face. He knew he made a mistake tactically.
Smith said he wanted to swing hammers, and that is exactly what he's doing.
Great head movement by Gustafsson.
Smith walking forward, looking to close that distance. He's got just the right kind of shot selection to try and cut off that octagon. Not a lot of stuff comes particularly straight from Smith, especially if it comes with mean intentions.
Smith looking for that counter left hook as Gustafsson's moving forward. Power kick. You watched your breakdown, Paul.
He must have. He could have just called him down. I would have told him.
Although his flexibility is better than yours.
Much better.
Even those kicks will get through and rattle the defenses.
That's what's great about it, right? It hurts no matter what. We talked about that the whole night. We've seen a lot of good body kicks tonight. Ooh, good work there.
Yeah, with the Frank Camacho fight, Camacho did loads of good work to the body. It can be
And we saw just as much damage on the elbow behind as opposed to just the ribs.
Absolutely. Especially if you've got someone that's got a really fast jab like Gustafsson, you can take some sting out of that by bruising up the tricep.
Such a frustrating last outing for both of these fighters. John Jones remaining very strong at the top of the division. Nice uppercut there from Smith. He follows up.
Smith taking a
Aggressive
leap
work
out
there
of,
from Smith.
taking a leap out of Gustafsson's, but with the uppercut.
Massive left hook from Smith.
Luckily for
Gustafsson still bouncing around in front of him.
Gustafsson, I think that landed on the forehead, took that one on the forehead, hopefully didn't do any damage to Anthony Smith's hand. I heard that. That was a loud crack, and that was, man, Anthony's throwing bad intentions in here. We're already seeing more output. He's at least being more aggressive and putting some strikes together in combinations here.
Gustafsson, I believe, has only been knocked down once in the UFC. Smith will look to extend and stretch that statistic tonight. But he is historically a very difficult man to get out of there.
Body shot. Good head movement again. Just gets out of the way of that power right from Smith.
Gustafsson not looking like he's a man fighting with a great deal of pressure tonight. Very fluid movement.
Very fluid, very loose. Fighting like he's got no pressure on his shoulders, which is nice to see, because that's when we get his best performances.
10-4 in head strikes for Smith.
See, Smith's now starting to give a little bit of the octagon to Gustafsson. In the first round, he was controlling him up against the fence, whereas now it's much more of a 50-50 position. Gustafsson, in fact,
Gus
now,
moving forward,
He likes the front kick, does Gustafsson. Last 10 seconds. We're going to take a short break. We will be back in 30 seconds.
Hur känns det? Okej. Akta högen, han jagar bara högen, okej? Du ser det, han jagar sin höger.
He's chasing his right hand.
Du måste vara lite försiktig när du kommer in och när du kommer ut.
You need to be a little bit careful when you go in and out.
Gå till krock. Finta ut, 1-2. Okej?
Go 1-2, 1-2.
Det är lite svårt att få in din bakre hand, okej? Sparkarna funkar jättebra. Finta in dem, jobba på vaden. Finta in dem, ibland gå på kropp.
Welcome back to the Ericsson Globe in Stockholm. Great round there. Let's see some replays from the action.
So Smith is really trying to catch Alex Gustafsson with the overhand, right and left, but he comes underneath this time with the uppercut, very much like Alexander Gustafsson. Gus taking the shots well, but he did take a couple of shots in that round, a couple of big right hands.
Whoa, Matt. He's bringing wet, my man. Bringing wet. I know. No problem.
Some housekeeping there for referee Mark Goddard, but we are all set. Round number 3.
Smith still seeming very calm and present in his corner. Far more instruction from Gustafsson's corner, though, telling him about the right hand. They're identifying that Smith's looking for the overhand right. But Gustafsson's head movement is so good, it's difficult to catch him with anything clean.
Like a break in the action there for Smith as he...
I kind of feel like he's doing it intentionally, though, to try and get Gustafsson to commit to something.
I think you might be right, Dan. It's like, come on, boom, and then come back with it.
Something like that, you mean?
There we go. Gus starting to loosen up, and he's looking for that uppercut now. I think that was the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Like you said, get a read and wait until later rounds.
And then pick the pace up for 3 rounds.
Gustafsson comes into this as the joint biggest favourite on the card, minus 280. Smith looking good at that plus 230 at the moment. But there is still a very long way to go, and as we know, Gustafsson gets stronger as the fight gets deeper. Very much known for his outputs.
Nice.
It was round number 5 when he delivered that historic knockout victory against Glover Teixeira right here in the Ericsson Globe.
Alex looking for that sneaky little outside trip.
Yeah. I think Smith's base might be too wide for that, and at least while he's standing still. Maybe catch him with his legs crossed as he's moving.
But Smith comes right back and stalks him down, pushes him up against the fence.
Both of these guys taking hell of a shot.
Gustafsson got caught against the fence there. nailed by Smith. Smith looking for that power shot. Didn't quite find the opportunity. Gustafsson keeping it loose. Lots of footwork.
Good front kick to the midsection.
Foraging for openings.
Power body kick from Smith. Gustafsson clearly knows the danger of Smith. He knows what he's good at as well. At no point is he allowing himself to get stuck stationary against the fence where Smith can rush forward with a barrage like he did against Shogun.
There's a lot of attacking of the lead leg of Smith from Gustafsson. Those oblique kicks, inside kicks, tapping away at it. Smith has switched it up. Don't know if we should read into that much or whether it was just to throw the power kick.
Yeah, he'll do that from time to time. Switch things up. It just throws Gustafsson off just a little bit. If he can do that, might open up some more opportunities for him.
33 leg kicks for Gustafsson, clearly part of his plan coming in tonight. Just 9 for Smith. He was discouraged early by the checkered kick, which has resulted in that blood coming from the left shin of Gustafsson.
It was a good left hook to the body there from Gustafsson. Trying new targets, mixing it up.
It's just going to be little splatters of blood everywhere in there tonight, Dan. Be ready.
The crowd really getting behind their man here at the Ericsson Globe Arena. This is an arena that Alex passes 7 times a day as he stings Smith with a jab.
I kind of feel like jabbing Anthony Smith in the face is a bit like poking a bear, though. You know?
With a cocktail stick.
With a cocktail stick. Really good 1-2 from Gustafsson again.
Yeah, he's starting to find his timing and his rhythm, opening up, landing some big shots. Anthony Smith switching it up, trying to go to the legs himself now.
And because there's so much blood coming from that leg, I would imagine Gustafsson's not going to check with that shin anymore.
That wouldn't feel lovely.
Keeping it though. Goes into a takedown. Lovely work by the Mauler.
The takedown by Gustafsson.
Side control for Gustafsson. The crowd responds beautifully. But Smith is locking down that shoulder of Gustafsson. Only 20 seconds left in this third round.
Big left kick to the body that started all that, man. I wonder if Alex didn't even realize how much he had hurt him there. Went in for the takedown, but
Last 10 seconds.
he definitely hurt Anthony Smith to the body. This might just be time for Anthony Smith to actually recover.
Staying here in the Globe between rounds, we are going to follow Lionheart Smith into his corner.
Good job, really good job.
Let's take a little water on your head. Head, I need a deep breath. I need a deep breath. Beautiful. Breathe for me again. Okay, one more time. All right, here's some water in your hand. All right, listen to what I'm saying to you. Your volume changed in that round. The first and the second round, your volume was higher, okay? Okay. I need your volume back up. This is the 4th round. Look at me. It's the 4th round, okay? Hey, volume up, okay? Blend, Anthony. Hey, blend. Work to blend. Use your stick push. Use your Denver.
Here we go, beautiful, straight right down the middle, right through the guard of Anthony Smith. Here we see a nice straight jab. Oh, that hurt Anthony Smith. That was a beautiful liver shot, nice body kick, and a beautiful takedown for Gustafsson to end that round. Starting to really open up going into the 4th here.
Gustafsson's 4th time, Smith's 2nd time entering the championship rounds. Lots of experience for Gustafsson. Well, both fighters. Smith has certainly been here before. He did, of course, take John Jones to a decision in their last contest, or his last contest, I should say.
I got a bit of a knowing look there from Anthony Smith. I think he realized that he started off the fight well, and then Gustafsson's movement and pace is slowly starting to drag the fight away from him. The corner team of Anthony Smith was saying your volume was good in the first 2 rounds and talking a lot of code words, and it sounds to me like they're trying to get him to strafe, to drift across the center line of Gustafsson like he was in the first round.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's where he landed. Oh, nice left kick to the body there from Anthony Smith.
Smith continues to track Gustafsson around the octagon.
Big head kick. Feinted it with an overhand left. Gustafsson peppering with his power as well.
This is like Gustafsson in the gym when he's working out on the pads. Very playful. Lots of hand fighting, use of that front leg. Nice work by Smith to deny that takedown. And he barrels forward onto Gustafsson. He's in a good position here now as well.
Smith said to me a couple of days ago, I was chatting to him and he said, people forget I'm a legitimate black belt. I think people underestimate his ground game, and I think that might be something he wants to show tonight.
He's got both hooks in, but it might be too heavy.
Yeah, he looks too high up on the card. That's the benefit of having such long legs. Stand up and throw your opponent forward. Great work by Smith, though. I wonder if he's going to try and lace that knee, try and attack and take the base away. Slowly sliding off by the looks of it is Smith. Looking maybe for the arm.
These guys are sweaty. We've seen that in the corners. The referee's having them wiped down because of how hot and sweaty they are. So that's only going to help Alexander Gustafsson here. And such a big guy, they're just going to slide off eventually. Unless he can drag him down with his weight. He's going underneath the arms and trying to pull them forward so that he has no base. Great job.
11 submission wins for Anthony Smith.
Nice elbow there from Smith.
Gustafsson's trying to move, but he's tied up in this position. Big body triangle position here from Smith.
Nice work from Anthony Smith. He's going to keep trying to flatten him out.
Sneaking his left arm under the chin of Gustafsson.
Gustafsson's built his base up, but he's not defending the neck here.
He's flattened out.
Oh, that's
like an attempt.
Anthony Smith gets the rear naked choke finish.
Lionheart Smith roars again.
And the arena's gone silent.
Wow. Absolute silence in the Ericsson Globe as Smith gets a submission victory.
Wow.
It's a muted celebration
win for
the man
Smith.
from the US.
What a turnaround for Anthony Smith. He had a good 2 rounds. He started off well. His pace was high. Gustafsson started to claw the fight back in the 3rd round. But then Anthony Smith reminding us that he's a black belt and he's got a good rear naked choke. He laid heavy on Gustafsson. He sagged his body weight on him. He broke his face down slowly with no rush.
He didn't give up on it, Dan.
Never gave up.
A lot of guys would have escaped from there thinking, okay, I'm going to slide off. I want to get a better position.
Amazing. Amazing performance.
All right, let's see. This is where it all started here. Gustafsson goes for this takedown. Shoots in.
Look at that.
He tries for this single leg, but then he tries to commit to this judo throw, and Anthony Smith just too strong, too much of a base, collapses him, gets to the back, throws that hook in right away, and he immediately goes to work the whole time, even when he's hanging off the back. He's starting with those punches and beautiful elbows, perfectly legal, right to the ear, to the side of the head of Alex Gustafsson, and then ultimately squeezes on, and Gustafsson has to tap, and this arena is silent.
And slowly emptying.